Hi, welcome to my next video. This is the scene that inspired the painting you'll be seeing in this video. This is the first video in the new series in which I will show you how I make illustrations for my upcoming album called Tokyo at Night. This is the first piece I finished for the book and the photo that inspired it that we took with Kana during one of our location hunting sessions. Unlike my first book, Tokyo Storyfronts, the new album will not contain the original Tokyo at Night series, the series of 10 illustrations that you already seen here on YouTube and on my website, but everything will be painted from scratch based on the location hunting sessions we are doing right now with Kana, based on new photos, new ideas, and also using new techniques. The pictures themselves are also bigger. The biggest one I did for the book so far was about 3 times bigger than the pieces from the original Tokyo at Night series. This allows me to make more impressive pieces. Of course, I can put more details in. It's easier this way to recreate the atmosphere of Tokyo, the really fine details of Tokyo buildings, of the high-rise buildings and everything in between them, but also because of the bigger size I can tackle different themes. I want to make themed chapters in the book so I can show different aspects of Tokyo night. We are planning to go with Kana on more location hunting sessions so I can search for even more interesting places to show you, and I'm trying to keep each of these pieces unique. They are really difficult. They take me about 4 times the amount of work that I needed to do for the original Tokyo at Night series, but I think it's worth it. I can feel that I learn a lot with each piece, and this is one of the things that I aim for in all of the things I make. And this time also, the materials I'm using are kind of new. I decided to use the Sailor, Souboku and Seiboku blue-black inks for the lines. With my pens, with the Lamy fountain pens, and also with brushes, I'm trying to take inspiration from the Japanese traditional hanga woodblock prints, where the lines and the contours of things are an integral part of the pictures, and sometimes are made with the same color as the shadows, as the darkest part of the image. So this is a look that I would like to recreate in the illustrations for this book too. So this is why I decided to use the blue-black inks, which are a bit subtle than just black ink, for the lines and also for the block shadows. I went here for the Sailor, Souboku and Seiboku pigment inks because they are waterproof once dried properly, and I'm drawing the lines with my Lamy pens. Both of them have the M medium nibs in them. I'm switching the color of ink depending on the contents of a scene that I want to paint, and I'm filling in the block shadows, the flat shadows, with just the regular Raphael brush that I usually use for my watercolor painting, with the same ink color as the lines. With this approach I can achieve the illusion that the lines and the shadows, the main flat shadows, are made with the same flat color. What also helps here is the characteristic of the paper I chose for this book. I'm using here not my usual Waterford, but CANSON Moulin du Roy cold pressed paper. I tested a lot of paper brands before starting on this book, and the CANSON paper combined with the inks I wanted to use was producing the best, most flat and kind of unique looking textures from all the paper samples I tested, while still working well enough with my usual Schmincke watercolors so I can paint the rest of the picture comfortably and with predictable results. While painting really difficult watercolor pictures like these, where there's a lot of working with dark, intensive colors and small, intricate light details and layering of paint, I have to have this kind of predictability in the way that the tools and the materials I'm using behave. So I did a lot of tests. I even did a whole one picture using the tools that I wanted to use for the book. Not everything went perfectly that time, but I was able to choose tools that I will be using for all the illustrations for this book. And actually I think I'll be spending the first half of next year doing mainly illustrations for this book, and I already have about 10 of them finished right now. I won't be showing all of them here, so you'll have some surprises when you buy the book, which by the way is already on pre-order on Japanese Amazon. And from my working pace, I think it will be published around fall next year. Okay, that's it for this video. There will be more from this series, but I also have other interesting things planned. As always, feel free to comment, share and subscribe, and you can also support me on Patreon. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye!